Hello, hello. Today, we are going to finish the drywall in this hallway on the second floor. And then get the walls and everything else ready so we can get going on drywall there.
Perfectly. Hell yeah.
Go ahead and get this first piece in. It's a tight space up here. We're kind of having to finagle our way around with the ladders and the ladder platform and everything. But we made it work, just like we always do. The nice thing about this 5/8 stuff is it doesn't bend or flex too much. So when you do get it in place, you can kind of hold it and it won't break like the 1/2-inch stuff does. Didn't realize that it was going to hit that vent there on the left, so had to come down, move it a little bit. Slip it above that vent there, and we were ready to go.
Take your end up. We gotta go. Whoa. Alright. Turn you over some more. Oh.
Sometimes you gotta use your head. Now that we got this first sheet up, Alex will go back over with his regular impact and just double check all the screws, screw any tight spaces where the auto feed wouldn't fit, and essentially just prep us for mud while we're doing this. Instead of coming through with our mud knives and finding that screws are still sticking out, we're checking for all of that now. While he's doing that, I'm getting the next piece of drywall cut and prepped in the other room. We gotta go around this attic stairway here with the next two pieces. Get everything prepped and out of the way to try to make this as easy as possible. almost fell off the ladder. So it was a good time. Again, sometimes you gotta use your head to hold something up. Once we got the piece mostly screwed in place, I'll go ahead and get the roto zip out and cut around that attic door there. Probably should be wearing safety glasses, but I couldn't find a pair. I just put my safety squints on for the time being. I ended up fucking that cut up right there. But luckily I caught it in time that I could come back with the next cut and save the piece instead of having to put a new piece up. Those cutout tools are nifty little tools, I'll tell you that. Definitely helped us in terms of efficiently installing drywall. I did end up accidentally snapping that little quarter piece there, but I was able to screw it back on, and just like always, we'll be able to fix it with some mud. See, that piece right there is the one that snapped, but it stayed just enough intact that I could still get it screwed up. Now that that piece is done, we can get going on this last piece for the ceiling here. Just double check, make sure everything's straight. Get all the nails and anything we missed when we were doing the insulation out of the way. Try to make it as smooth as possible. Get this light cut out so we don't forget about it. Because I've never done that before. Again, I got a fresh pair of safety squints on.
hardest one yet.
Mark our ceiling joists on the walls to make it a little easier when it comes to screwing the piece up. Probably should have done that before we're holding the piece up, but better late than never.
Nope, same thing. On the side of the attic floor, coming up. Nope. Come back in here.
What we're doing here is getting like 3/4 of this piece up so it'll hold itself up, and then I'll come back with my cutout tool like I did on the previous piece and just cut around that attic door instead of trying to pre-cut. It just gets a little bit nicer of a finished cut instead of trying to measure everything out and hope that it fits. Again, Alex will go around and just double check all the screws that we already have put in, making sure they're not sticking out. So when it comes time to mud, we're not having to redo everything with the drill. Then, like I said, I'll grab the roto zip, get going on cutting this little piece out. The roto zip has a guide tip, is what it's called, so it just guides itself along that piece of wood around the attic door, and you get a nice, real clean cut. Perfect to size, everything screws up, and then we'll put trim around it anyway, so you won't even know it's there. Get the last of the screws in and bam! Ceiling is done.